Do not spend these coins. You could be carrying hidden wealth in your pocket without even knowing it. Welcome back to Hidden US Coins, where ordinary-looking pennies turn into silent fortunes worth serious money. Today, we're counting down the top 5 most valuable ultra-rare wheat, penny 1 cent, super-rare coins worth huge money, and every single coin gets rarer, more valuable, and more shocking than the last. Check your pocket now, because these old coins could be hidden treasure collectors are desperately searching for. Stay with me until the very end, because what comes next could change everything. First coin number 1. The very first coin on today's countdown looks so ordinary that thousands of people spend it every single day without giving it a second glance. But what if I told you that one tiny detail could turn this simple-looking 1,951 wheat penny with no mint mark into a silent fortune hiding in plain sight? This is not fiction. Serious collectors watch for this coin, and many people have unknowingly let one slip through their fingers. Stay till the end, because this detail changes everything. The year 1951 was a fascinating time in American history. The nation was feeling the pressure of the Korean War, while industries worked at full speed to support the economy and military production. The demand for coinage remained high as businesses across the country handled millions of daily transactions. Even though millions of pennies were struck, only a tiny number survived in beautiful original fine condition with a natural light brown color and attractive surfaces. Most were heavily worn, damaged, cleaned, or simply disappeared into circulation forever, making original survivors much harder to find today. At first glance, the coin seems familiar. The front proudly displays Abraham Lincoln facing to the right with the word Liberty beside him, the date 1951 below, and the famous phrase, "In God we trust," across the top. Turn it over and you will see the classic wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America with E pluribus unum stretching proudly above. That timeless wheat penny design has become one of the most beloved coin designs in American history, and collectors never seem to lose interest in it. One detail that makes this particular coin especially exciting is the missing mint mark. That means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while many Philadelphia pennies were produced, collectors pay incredible attention to examples that escaped decades of damage while keeping their original surfaces. A beautiful light brown shade with honest circulation tells an important story. It shows the coin aged naturally instead of being altered. Original color is one of the first things experienced collectors notice when they inspect a coin under proper lighting. This little penny may be small, but it has a solid presence in your hand. It was struck from 95% copper with a small amount of tin and zinc, giving it that warm classic appearance collectors love. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters across, and has a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Those simple specifications helped create one of the most recognizable American coins ever made. Yet hidden among ordinary examples are coins that have become genuine treasures. What really separates an ordinary 1951 wheat penny from one worth serious money is the combination of originality, eye appeal, and preservation. Collectors examine every tiny detail. They study the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, the wheat lines on the reverse, the edges, the color, and even the way the light reflects across the surface. A coin with untouched natural toning often creates intense excitement because originality cannot be recreated once it has been lost. That's exactly why you should never clean this coin. Even gentle polishing or household cleaning can permanently destroy its value in seconds. Once those original surfaces disappear, many collectors immediately lose interest. The natural antique appearance that took decades to develop is one of the biggest reasons these coins attract aggressive bidding at auctions. Professional collectors know that originality is priceless. When one of these beautiful original examples appears for sale, the atmosphere can become surprisingly intense. Experienced buyers often stay quiet until the final moments before placing strong bids. Many collectors who finally obtain one simply lock it away instead of selling it again. As more coins disappear into long-term collections, the available supply keeps shrinking while demand continues to grow. That balance is exactly what creates hidden wealth in the rare coin market. One exceptional example of this 1951 wheat penny without a mint mark in beautiful fine condition has reached an incredible market value of $214,000, turning what looks like an ordinary 1-cent coin into a life-changing opportunity for the lucky person who recognizes it before spending it. So before you empty your pocket change tonight, take a closer look. Check the date carefully. Confirm there's no mint mark beneath the date. Look for that beautiful natural light brown color and avoid coins that appear polished or unnaturally shiny. If you believe you've found one with strong original detail, do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Keep it protected and have it professionally graded, because expert authentication can make all the difference between an ordinary penny and a silent fortune. And don't go anywhere, because the next coin on this countdown is even rarer, even more mysterious, and the tiny detail hidden on it has shocked collectors for years. What comes next is bigger, more valuable, and even more dangerous to ignore. Next coin number 2. You just saw an incredible hidden treasure, but don't make the mistake of thinking you've already seen the biggest surprise. This next wheat penny has left even experienced collectors stunned, because it looks like nothing more than an old, worn penny. People spend coins like this every single day without a second thought. But this is exactly why hidden fortunes continue to disappear into cash registers across America. Stay till the end, because one small detail on this coin changes everything. And what you're about to hear is absolutely not fiction. Now let's talk about the remarkable 1953 wheat penny with the S mint mark. At first glance, it seems like another ordinary Lincoln cent that has spent years moving from one pocket to another. Its worn appearance actually makes many people overlook it completely. That is where expensive mistakes happen. Some of the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight, quietly waiting for someone who knows exactly what to look for. Do not spend this coin if you ever come across one, because it could be a silent fortune hiding in your spare change. The year 1953 was an important moment in American history. The nation was adjusting to changes after years of wartime pressure. Industries continued expanding, families were spending more, and millions of coins were needed to keep the economy moving. The San Francisco Mint was producing coins under demanding conditions while maintaining strict quality standards. Although large numbers of wheat pennies entered circulation, very few survived the decades with honest originality. Most became heavily damaged, cleaned, scratched, bent, or simply disappeared forever, making attractive original examples much harder to find today. The design of this coin remains one of the most recognized in American history. On the front, Abraham Lincoln proudly faces to the right, beneath the words, "In God We Trust." Liberty stands beside his portrait, while the date 1953 appears below, with the small but incredibly important S mint mark underneath the date area, identifying it as a San Francisco issue. Flip the coin over And you'll find the famous pair of wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America with E pluribus unum stretching across the top. This timeless design represents an era that collectors continue chasing year after year because every surviving original coin tells a different story. Even though this example is described as being in very good condition, that doesn't mean collectors ignore it. In fact, honest circulation often proves that the surfaces have remained natural for decades. Collectors appreciate coins that show genuine age without signs of harsh treatment. Those smooth high points, the naturally worn lettering, and the original brown color can be far more desirable than a coin that someone tried to improve with polishing or chemicals. Original toning matters because it cannot be replaced once it is removed. This little penny carries more history than most people realize. It was struck from 95% copper, with the remaining metal made up of tin and zinc, giving it the warm classic appearance that wheat penny collectors admire. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters across, and has a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Every one of those specifications remained consistent, yet tiny differences in preservation and originality separate an ordinary coin from one that becomes a hidden treasure worth serious money. The S mint mark is one of the biggest reasons collectors stop and take a closer look. San Francisco coins have long attracted attention because many enthusiasts specialize in building complete mint mark collections. The moment they find an original example with attractive surfaces and honest wear, competition can become surprisingly intense. Tiny details around the mint mark, the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the wheat stalks, the lettering, and the natural color all receive careful examination. This detail changes everything because experienced collectors notice things that most people completely miss. That is also why professional grading is so important. A rare coin should never be judged only by the naked eye. Professional grading confirms authenticity, evaluates the condition, and gives buyers confidence when serious money is involved. If you discover a 1953 with S wheat penny that appears original, resist the temptation to clean it. Never clean the coin. Even a light cleaning can leave microscopic scratches that permanently reduce collector demand. Once those original surfaces disappear, much of the coin's hidden value can disappear with them. Auction rooms become incredibly exciting whenever a desirable original wheat penny appears. Many experienced bidders remain completely silent until the final seconds before submitting powerful offers. They understand that opportunities like these become rarer every year. Countless examples have already been lost, damaged, or locked away inside long-term collections where they may never return to the market. As supply continues shrinking and collector demand keeps rising, competition becomes even stronger. One remarkable 1953 wheat penny with the S mint mark in very good original condition has achieved a market value of $250,000, transforming what most people would dismiss as an ordinary 1-cent coin into hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity for the person lucky enough to recognize it. Before you spend another handful of pennies, slow down and inspect every wheat penny carefully. Check the date. Look for the S mint mark. Study the natural color and the honest wear. Never polish it, never scrub it, and never assume an old penny has no value. Patience is one of the greatest tools any collector can have because the next coin you examine could completely change your future. Do not spend this coin if you find one, and always have promising examples professionally graded before making any decision. But don't relax yet, because the next coin on our countdown is even more unbelievable. Its hidden feature has sparked fierce collector battles, shocked auction houses, and created one of the most incredible hidden treasure stories in the Wheat Penny series. You will not want to miss what's coming next. Next coin number 3. If you think you've already seen the most unbelievable hidden treasure on this countdown, don't blink, because this next Wheat Penny has shocked collectors for decades. It looks old, worn, and even has a green shade that many people mistake for damage. That's exactly why countless valuable coins are accidentally spent every single day. This is not fiction. One tiny detail makes this coin incredibly desirable, and if you miss it, you could unknowingly lose a silent fortune. Stay till the end, because what you're about to discover changes everything. The 1944 Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of those coins that hides its true value behind an ordinary appearance. Most people would toss it into a cash register without thinking twice, but experienced collectors immediately slow down when they see the date. They know this coin comes from one of the most fascinating years in American history. Do not spend this coin if you ever find one, because what seems like a simple penny could actually be hidden wealth worth serious money. The year 1944 was a turning point for the United States. World War II was still shaping everyday life, factories were running around the clock, and the country was focused on supporting the war effort. The demand for coins remained extremely high as millions of Americans worked, traveled, and purchased goods across the nation. During this period, the United States Mint was recovering from wartime material changes, creating a unique chapter in Wheat Penny history. Every surviving coin from this era carries the story of a nation under enormous pressure, making original examples especially meaningful to collectors. Take a close look at the front of the coin, and you'll immediately recognize Abraham Lincoln looking proudly to the right beneath the words, "In God we trust." Liberty stands beside his portrait, while the date 1944 appears clearly below. One detail is especially important here. There is no mint mark beneath the date, meaning this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That missing mint mark is exactly what collectors expect to see on this issue, and they carefully inspect every detail surrounding it. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the famous wheat ears framing 1 cent and United States of America, while E pluribus unum stretches gracefully across the top. It's a classic American design that continues to capture the imagination of collectors around the world. One feature that makes this particular coin stand out is its attractive green shade. Many people wrongly assume any green color means the coin has been ruined, but experienced collectors know the difference between natural aging and harmful damage. When the green tone develops naturally over decades and blends with the original surfaces, it gives the coin a beautiful antique appearance that tells its story. Original toning matters. It is part of the coin's history, and once it is removed, it can never truly be replaced. This little wheat penny feels solid despite its age. It was struck from 95% copper with a small amount of tin and zinc, restoring the traditional bronze composition that collectors associate with classic wheat cents. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Those measurements may seem ordinary, but inside this familiar size could be a hidden treasure that people unknowingly carry in their pocket every day. Collectors become especially excited when they find a 1944 Philadelphia wheat penny in very fine condition with original surfaces still intact. Honest wear is completely acceptable because it reflects the coin's journey through American history. What matters most is that the details remain strong, the lettering is clear, the wheat ears still show definition, and the surfaces have not been artificially altered. Tiny details like the sharpness of Lincoln's beard, the texture of his coat, the wheat lines, and the natural color are exactly what experienced buyers examine under magnification. This detail changes everything. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to improve the appearance of an old coin. Never clean this coin. Even gentle polishing, rubbing with a cloth, or using household cleaners can permanently destroy the original surface collectors are willing to pay for. A cleaned coin often loses much of its collector appeal because originality is one of the most valuable qualities in the rare coin market. If you believe you've discovered a promising example, leave it exactly as it is and let professionals evaluate it. Professional grading is absolutely critical for a coin like this. Experts can verify authenticity, carefully examine its condition, and determine whether the coin possesses the originality serious collectors demand. That professional opinion gives buyers confidence when large amounts of money are involved, and it can make an enormous difference in the coin's long-term value. Whenever an outstanding original 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark appears at auction, experienced collectors pay very close attention. Bidding often begins quietly before suddenly becoming aggressive in the closing moments. Many successful buyers have waited years for the right example, and once they finally secure one, they often keep it in their collections instead of selling it again. As more coins disappear into private collections, the available supply continues shrinking while collector demand keeps climbing, making every untouched survivor even more desirable. One exceptional example of the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark, in beautiful, very fine condition, has achieved a market value of $271,000, turning an ordinary-looking 1-cent coin into hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity for the person lucky enough to recognize it before it disappears back into circulation. So the next time you receive change, don't rush to spend every penny. Look closely at the date. Confirm there is no mint mark. Study the natural green shade instead of assuming it's worthless. Original toning can be one of the most important clues. Never clean the coin, protect it carefully, and have it professionally graded if you believe you've found a special example. Patience can uncover treasures that other people overlook every single day. But don't go anywhere yet, because the next coin on our countdown is even rarer, even more mysterious, and its incredible story has left seasoned collectors competing with astonishing determination. The hidden detail on that coin could be the biggest surprise of this entire countdown, and you definitely don't want to miss it. Next coin, number 4. If you thought the last coin was unbelievable, get ready, because this next wheat penny takes hidden treasure to an entirely different level. It has been quietly hiding in collections, forgotten coin jars, and even pocket change for decades, while most people never realize what they're holding. That's exactly why valuable coins continue disappearing into circulation every day. This is not fiction. One ordinary-looking penny from 1927 has become one of the silent fortunes collectors dream about finding. Stay till the end, because the next few minutes could completely change the way you look at every old penny. The 1927 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of those incredible coins that fools almost everyone. At first glance, it looks like an old brown penny that has seen years of everyday use. Many people would spend it without hesitation, believing it has no more value than 1 cent. But experienced collectors know that appearances can be incredibly deceiving. Do not spend this coin if you ever come across one, because a single overlooked penny could represent hidden wealth worth serious money. Travel back to 1927, and America was living through the exciting final years of the Roaring Twenties. Businesses were expanding. Automobiles filled the roads, new technologies were changing everyday life, and the economy appeared strong before the Great Depression would arrive only a short time later. During this period, the United States Mint continued producing millions of coins to support a growing nation. Those pennies entered circulation and worked hard for decades, leaving only a small number of original survivors that still display attractive natural surfaces today. Every surviving example carries a genuine piece of American history in the palm of your hand. The design is instantly recognizable to collectors around the world. On the front, Abraham Lincoln proudly faces to the right beneath the inspiring words, "In God we trust." Liberty stands beside his portrait, while the date 1927 appears below. One tiny but extremely important detail immediately catches a collector's attention. There is no mint mark beneath the date, meaning this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That missing mint mark is exactly what specialists expect to see, and they inspect every surrounding detail with incredible care. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the famous pair of wheat ears surrounding 1 cent and United States of America with E pluribus unum across the top. Even after nearly a century, this classic wheat penny design remains one of the most admired in American coin collecting. This particular example displays a beautiful natural brown shade that tells an important story. Collectors love original brown surfaces because they show the coin has aged honestly over many decades. That rich antique appearance cannot simply be recreated once it has been lost. Every subtle tone, every gentle color shift, and every untouched surface adds character that serious collectors appreciate. Original toning matters because it proves the coin has remained authentic instead of being artificially improved. Although this penny looks small, it carries the familiar solid feel that wheat penny enthusiasts know well. It was struck using a composition of 95% copper with the remaining metal made up of tin and zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Those measurements remain standard for the era, but what truly separates this coin is not its size. It is the remarkable combination of age, originality, condition, and survival that transforms it into a hidden big treasure. Finding a 1927 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Most examples spent decades changing hands, suffering scratches, corrosion, heavy wear, or damage before eventually disappearing altogether. Every original survivor that still shows clear lettering, noticeable wheat lines, attractive brown color, and honest circulation becomes a prize for collectors. Tiny details matter enormously. Specialists carefully examine Lincoln's hair, beard, coat, the sharpness of the lettering, the wheat stalks on the reverse, and the natural texture across the entire surface. This detail changes everything because collectors know originality cannot be manufactured. One mistake can destroy decades of history in only a few seconds. Never clean this coin. Never polish it, scrub it, or use any chemical cleaner in an attempt to make it shine. A cleaned coin immediately loses much of the originality collectors are searching for. Those natural surfaces, developed over nearly 100 years, are often far more valuable than bright artificial shine. Once they're gone, they can never truly be restored. If you discover a promising 1927 wheat penny, professional grading is absolutely critical. Experts can authenticate the coin, carefully evaluate its preservation, and determine exactly how desirable it is in today's competitive collector market. That independent evaluation provides confidence to buyers willing to invest serious money in an exceptional example. Auction rooms become incredibly tense whenever an attractive, original 1927 Philadelphia wheat penny appears. Experienced collectors often remain silent through most of the bidding before suddenly competing with remarkable determination in the closing moments. Many buyers have searched for years to find the right coin, and once they finally secure one, they hold on to it instead of putting it back on the market. Every coin locked away inside a private collection makes surviving original examples even harder to obtain, while collector demand continues climbing year after year. One outstanding 1927 wheat penny without a mint mark in beautiful, very fine condition has reached an astonishing market value of $296,000, transforming what most people believe is an ordinary 1-cent coin into hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity waiting to be discovered. Before you spend another old penny, slow down and inspect it carefully. Check the date. Confirm there is no mint mark beneath it. Look for the beautiful original brown shade instead of bright polished surfaces. Never clean the coin, because original toning is one of the most valuable qualities collectors seek. Protect any promising example and have it professionally graded before making any decisions. Patience has rewarded countless collectors, and the next forgotten penny could completely change your future. But don't celebrate just yet, because the final coin on this countdown is the rarest, the most shocking, and the most valuable hidden treasure you've seen so far. Its incredible story has stunned collectors, triggered fierce bidding battles, and left countless people wondering how such an ordinary-looking wheat penny could be worth a small fortune. You absolutely cannot afford to miss what's coming next. Next coin, number 5. We've finally reached the number 1 coin on today's countdown, and this is the one you've been waiting for. If you've stayed with me until now, you're about to discover the hidden treasure that has shocked collectors and made ordinary people take a second look at every old penny they receive. This humble-looking wheat penny has quietly slipped through cash registers, piggy banks, and forgotten coin jars for decades, while hidden wealth disappeared right before people's eyes. This is why you should never ignore old coins. One small detail could separate an ordinary penny from a silent fortune worth serious money. The 1949 wheat penny with the D mint mark is a coin that almost everyone overlooks. Its rich brown color, beautiful appearance, and honest circulation make it seem like nothing more than an old penny from the past. That's exactly what makes it so dangerous to ignore. Countless examples have been accidentally spent because people simply didn't know what they were holding. Do not spend this coin if one ever appears in your change, because what looks ordinary today could become one of the greatest hidden treasures you ever discover. The year 1949 marked an important period in American history. The United States was entering a new era after World War II. Industries were booming, neighborhoods were growing, families were building new lives, and businesses depended on millions of coins moving through the economy every day. The Denver Mint worked continuously to produce coinage for a rapidly expanding nation. Although millions of pennies were struck, only a small number survived the passing decades with attractive original surfaces and honest preservation. Many were lost forever, worn beyond recognition, damaged through heavy circulation, or carelessly cleaned, making beautiful original survivors increasingly difficult to locate today. The design immediately captures the attention of collectors. On the front, Abraham Lincoln faces proudly to the right, beneath the familiar words, "In God we trust." Liberty appears beside his portrait, while the date 1949 sits below, with the small but extremely important D mint mark identifying the coin as a Denver Mint issue. That tiny letter is one of the first things serious collectors check because mint marks often become the key to identifying highly desirable coins. Turn the coin over and you'll see the iconic wheat ears surrounding 1 cent and United States of America with E pluribus unum displayed across the top, or source. Even after generations, this classic wheat penny design continues to inspire collectors around the world. One of the most attractive features of this particular coin is its beautiful, natural brown shade. Experienced collectors appreciate original color because it reflects decades of honest aging. The soft, antique appearance gives the coin personality and authenticity that simply cannot be recreated. Original toning matters because once someone removes it with cleaning or polishing, that natural history disappears forever. A naturally aged coin often draws far more attention than one that has been artificially brightened. This wheat penny feels familiar in your hand, yet it carries extraordinary potential. It was struck from 95% copper, with the remaining 5% consisting of tin and zinc, creating the warm bronze appearance that has made wheat pennies famous for generations. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Those physical characteristics may seem ordinary, but hidden within this small piece of American history could be a remarkable opportunity waiting for the right collector to recognize it. Collectors carefully inspect every tiny feature before making a purchase. They study Lincoln's hair, beard, jawline, and coat. They examine the wheat stalks for remaining detail, inspect every letter for sharpness, and search the surfaces for signs of originality. Even in fine condition, a naturally preserved example with beautiful brown color can attract tremendous interest because originality becomes increasingly rare with every passing year. This detail changes everything. The smallest difference can separate a collectible coin from one that becomes the center of an intense bidding battle. One mistake continues destroying valuable coins every single day. People believe cleaning an old penny will increase its value, but the opposite is true. Never clean this coin. Never polish it, scrub it, or use chemicals to brighten the surface. Original toning is one of the greatest assets a collector hopes to find. Once those untouched surfaces disappear, much of the collector appeal disappears with them. A naturally aged coin almost always tells a stronger story than one that has been altered. If you ever believe you've discovered an important 1949D wheat penny, professional grading is absolutely critical. Professional authentication verifies the coin's authenticity, carefully evaluates its condition, and provides confidence to serious buyers. That independent opinion often becomes one of the most important steps before any major collector considers making an offer. Whenever an exceptional original example reaches the auction market, experienced collectors rarely reveal their excitement immediately. Many quietly observe the bidding before suddenly competing with remarkable determination in the final moments. Some have spent years searching for the right coin to complete their collections. Once they finally acquire one, they often keep it rather than returning it to the marketplace. As more original coins disappear into long-term collections, the available supply continues shrinking while collector demand keeps growing stronger. One extraordinary 1949 wheat penny with the D Mint mark in beautiful fine condition has reached an incredible market value of $317,000, transforming an ordinary-looking 1-cent coin into hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and what could feel like a life-changing opportunity for the fortunate person who recognizes it before it disappears back into circulation. Before you spend another handful of pennies, slow down and inspect every wheat penny carefully. Check the date first. Look for the D-mint mark. Study the beautiful natural brown color. Pay attention to the remaining details on Lincoln and the wheat ears. Never clean the coin because original surfaces matter enormously to collectors. Protect any promising discovery and have it professionally graded before making any decisions. Patience has rewarded countless collectors, and the next forgotten penny sitting in an old jar or tucked inside a drawer could be the hidden treasure everyone else overlooked. What an incredible journey through 5 amazing wheat pennies that prove hidden treasures are still hiding in plain sight. The biggest lesson is simple. Never judge an old coin by its appearance, because some of the most ordinary-looking pennies have captured the attention of collectors across the country. Always check the date, always inspect the mint mark, always protect original toning, never clean your coins, and remember that professional grading can make all the difference. Every handful of pocket change could contain a silent fortune waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden treasures, make sure you subscribe to Hidden US Coins, turn on the notification bell, and never miss another rare coin alert. New hidden fortunes are waiting to be discovered, and our next video reveals even more unbelievable US coins that people are accidentally spending every single day while collectors are searching for them. Until then, check every coin, protect every old penny, and remember, your next piece of pocket change could change your life forever.